In a vast galaxy filled with twinkling stars and swirling planets, many alien species thrived, each with its own unique culture and way of life. The Zalari were known for their shimmering cities that floated above lush green forests, while the Grenthans resided within deep caves, communicating through intricate sounds that echoed like music. The Alpharans, a nomadic race, traveled from planet to planet in massive ships, seeking knowledge and forging connections. Among these diverse beings, humans were perceived as curious and peaceful entities. Their reputation as diplomats reached far and wide, as they often sought to establish alliances and share technology. While the Zalari admired humans for their creativity and art, the Grenthans respected them for their intellect and problem-solving skills. Many looked to humans when faced with conflicts or challenges, believing that their calm demeanor could bring harmony to even the most discordant situations. Yet beneath this facade of diplomacy lingered a deeper truth about humanity: they were apex predators, skilled in survival and strength. This duality intrigued some aliens while posing a mystery to others. As various species interacted with humans at trade hubs and summits, they couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to these intriguing beings than met the eye. Little did they know that soon this perception would shift dramatically, revealing the true nature of humanity lurking beneath their diplomatic smiles. The day had finally arrived when humans made their first official contact with an alien species, the Zeflorians. These ethereal beings, with their translucent skin and flowing tendrils, floated gracefully in the atmosphere of their home planet, Zentra. As human diplomats approached in their sleek spacecraft, anticipation was palpable both aboard the ship and among the Zeflorians waiting below. As the ramp descended, a group of humans in tailored outfits stepped out, smiles brightening their faces. The lead diplomat, Ambassador Wells, extended a hand, a gesture of goodwill. The Zeflorians responded by forming intricate patterns in the air with their tendrils, creating vibrant displays that communicated peace and excitement. However, as the meeting progressed beneath the colorful Zentra skies, a subtle tension lingered. Humans spoke passionately about collaboration and mutual benefit, but occasionally, small moments revealed their hidden nature. When a curious Zeflorian moved too close to Ambassador Wells during an explanation of Earth's complex ecosystems, he instinctively shifted his body to shield his companion behind him. Such instincts betrayed an underlying awareness of potential threats. The Zeflorians sensed this hesitation but attributed it to cultural differences rather than fearing them. With laughter filling the air and hopes for interstellar friendship blooming brightly, no one could yet foresee that what they deemed enthusiasm was actually a fleeting glimpse into humanity's primal instincts as apex predators, an unsettling truth lying just beneath their diplomatic charm. As humanity continued to engage with the Zeflorians, a series of misunderstandings began to surface, fueled by cultural differences that neither side fully grasped. The humans, eager to share their world, often used metaphors and idioms rooted in their own experiences. During discussions about Earth's natural resources, Ambassador Wells spoke of harvesting ideas and planting seeds for future collaboration. This imagery, meant to convey growth and partnership, bewildered the Zeflorians, who associated harvesting with destruction. In another instance, a human scientist excitedly exhibited a small device designed for communication, intending to illustrate technological advancement. However, the Zeflorians interpreted it as an attempt to invade their thoughts, triggering an instinctual wariness. What was meant as a friendly gesture turned into a source of concern, leaving them questioning the true intentions behind humanity's friendly facade. These tensions escalated when some lesser-known factions within the Zeflorian society began whispering doubts about humanity. They wondered whether these newcomers were genuinely seeking friendship or if they harbored darker motives under their diplomatic smiles. As ambassadors across the galaxy exchanged reports on the humans, perceptions began to shift. Some now viewed them not just as peaceful allies but as potential threats disguised in skin suits of diplomacy. Amid the laughter and shared hopes for cooperation, misunderstandings brewed quietly, threatening to unravel the delicate fabric of interstellar relations. The Grand Summit took place on a neutral moon, an expansive venue shimmering under the light of two suns. Various alien species gathered from across the galaxy, each bringing their own unique customs and appearances. The air buzzed with both excitement and tension as representatives settled into their seats, curious yet wary about the humans who had come to share their visions for peace. Ambassador Wells stood at the front, radiating confidence, but behind his warm smile, he sensed the unease drifting through the room. The Zephlorians floated gracefully nearby, their tendrils swirling with vibrant colors that betrayed their anxious thoughts. Their earlier concerns about human intentions echoed in the minds of many as whispers flitted between the delegates. Would these newcomers truly uphold their promises of cooperation? As discussions began, various factions voiced their opinions. Some argued for embracing humanity, captivated by their technological advancements and potential alliances, while others expressed deep-seated fears about inviting an apex predator into their midst. Tensions mounted as debates grew heated, some voices were filled with skepticism, while others sang praises of unification against common threats. With every passing moment, it became clear that this summit was not merely about diplomacy, it was a delicate dance on a knife's edge where trust hung precariously. Unbeknownst to them all, the very fabric of interstellar relations was at stake, teetering between hope and distrust. As discussions continued, the atmosphere in the summit chamber shifted dramatically. Without warning, a sudden tremor shook the moon's surface, causing a panic among the delegates. The ground beneath them cracked open, revealing a deep fissure. In an instant, frantic screams filled the air as some delegate stumbled, nearly falling into the dark crevice. Ambassador Wells reacted instinctively. With remarkable speed, he dashed forward, grabbing a nearby Zephlorian who had lost their balance. He pulled them back just in time, exhibiting surprising strength and agility that few had anticipated from a diplomat. His quick thinking not only saved the Zephlorian but also demonstrated an unexpected side of humanity. As the tremor subsided and calm was restored, whispers of awe mingled with lingering fears among the alien delegates. The display of Wells' prowess began to shift perspectives, some now saw humans as brave protectors rather than mere diplomats. This moment of heroism revealed humanity's apex predator instincts, an ability to react under pressure that contrasted sharply with their earlier peaceful demeanor. The summit atmosphere shifted from anxious suspicion to fascinated curiosity, but with this revelation came new fears. If humans could act with such physicality in moments of crisis, what other hidden capabilities lurked beneath their diplomatic surface? Trust was now more fragile than ever as each species grappled with the complexity of their new allies. As the dust settled from the tremors, the reactions of the various alien species began to emerge, creating a whirlwind of emotions in the summit chamber. The Zephlorians, still swirling in their vibrant colors, exchanged worried glances. While some admired Ambassador Wells for his bravery, others couldn't shake their fears, questioning whether humanity's strength could be harnessed for protection or aggression. Nearby, the Zalari, known for their keen intellect and strategic thinking, were captivated by the display. They whispered among themselves about the potential benefits of an alliance with humans, intrigued by the unexpected combination of diplomacy and physical prowess. Their leaders began to consider how such an alliance could enhance their own civilization's defenses against potential threats in the galaxy. Conversely, the Grenthans, who had always valued caution, felt a growing unease. In their deep caves, they held discussions in hushed tones, pondering whether inviting humans into their circle was wise. The idea of apex predators walking among them sparked age-old fears of domination and control. Meanwhile, a few more forward-thinking species began to rally around humanity, seeing this demonstration not as a threat but as an opportunity for collaboration. They envisioned joint ventures that combined human ingenuity with their own unique capabilities. However, beneath this budding interest lay the tension of trust that had yet to be fully established, a delicate balance that could tip at any moment. As the summit progressed, the discussions about humanity's true nature heated up, splitting the delegates into opposing factions. The Zalari representatives argued passionately for embracing humans as allies, highlighting their remarkable problem-solving skills and the potential for technological advancements that could benefit all species. "We must not ignore the strength they offer," one leader insisted. "Their bravery could protect us from common threats lurking in the galaxy." In stark contrast, a prominent Grenthan voiced deep concerns. We are inviting apex predators into our midst, he cautioned, his voice steady yet filled with urgency. What if their instincts drive them to dominate rather than collaborate? We cannot afford to be naive. The room erupted into murmurs as many nodded in agreement, remembering ancient tales of species falling victim to stronger foes. Meanwhile, a group of forward-thinking aliens proposed a balanced approach, establishing strict treaties and guidelines that would ensure mutual respect and cooperation while keeping humanity's instincts in check. Let us learn from each other while remaining vigilant, suggested an Alpharan envoy, their nomadic wisdom shining through. The debates grew more intense, emotions flaring as fears and hopes clashed. Would humanity be seen as protectors or predators? As voices rose and tensions thickened, it became evident that the future of interstellar relations hinged on this pivotal moment, an uncertain path where trust had to be carefully forged amidst cautionary tales of past betrayals. The atmosphere in the summit chamber grew increasingly tense as factions clashed, and the debate reached a boiling point. Ambassador Wells could sense the hostility brewing among some delegates, particularly from the Grenthans who had become vocal about their distrust. "We need to know your true intentions," shouted one elder, his voice echoing through the chamber. "Will you protect us, or will your instincts lead you to dominate?" In that moment, it became clear that humanity stood at a crossroads. It was either time to prove their goodwill or prepare to defend themselves against escalating fears. Wells took a deep breath, knowing that this was not just about diplomacy but survival. "We are here to build alliances," he declared, his voice steady yet passionate. "Our strength is not meant to harm but to protect those who cannot defend themselves." But skepticism lingered in the air like a thick fog. A contingent of Grenthans stepped forward, their eyes narrowed in suspicion as they prepared to challenge Wells further. Just then, a sudden noise erupted from outside. A group of rogue space pirates had infiltrated the summit site, creating chaos and fear. As delegates scrambled for safety, Ambassador Wells faced a critical decision. Would he rally his fellow humans to confront this external threat and prove their bravery, or would they retreat into the shadows of their true nature? The moment hung in the balance, testing the integrity of humanity's intentions and shaping the future of interstellar alliances. As the panic ensued from the pirate invasion, Ambassador Wells quickly assessed the situation. Knowing that fear could easily spiral into chaos, he called upon his fellow humans to remain calm and unified. They formed a protective circle around the delegates, showcasing their commitment to safeguarding not just themselves but everyone present. Wells raised his voice above the clamor, "We must work together. If we stand divided, we become easy targets." His words resonated with some of the alien delegates, who began to see humanity's leadership qualities in action. He then devised a strategy on the fly. While half of the human team used non-lethal containment devices to hold back the pirates, the others would work with willing delegates from different species to secure exits and create escape routes for everyone. The Zolari representatives, inspired by this display of cooperation, used their advanced technology to amplify communication across the chamber. They coordinated efforts, allowing various species to contribute their unique skills. Zeflorians utilized their tendrils to manipulate machinery, while Grenthans provided tactical insights rooted in their cautious nature. With quick thinking and collaborative action, the tide turned against the pirates. As the invaders were thwarted and captured, a sense of unity began to bloom among the delegates. The alliance forged in that moment was not merely about survival, it was a powerful testament to what cooperation could achieve, showcasing humanity's potential as true partners in an interstellar community. As the dust settled from the chaos of the pirate attack, a newfound understanding began to emerge among the delegates. The various alien species, once divided by skepticism and fear, now recognized humanity's complexity, creatures capable of both powerful diplomacy and fierce protection. The display of teamwork during the crisis had shattered many preconceived notions about humans, revealing them not only as potential predators but also as reliable allies in danger. Ambassador Wells addressed the assembly, emphasizing that true strength lies not merely in power, but in unity and collaboration. "We are more than what we seem," he said, his voice steady. "We carry the weight of our past, but together we can forge a future built on trust and mutual respect." His words resonated deeply, prompting delegates to reflect on the importance of embracing each other's differences while working towards common goals. The discussions shifted from doubts about humanity's intentions to plans for future cooperation. Delegates proposed joint initiatives, shared technology projects between Zalari and humans, cultural exchanges with the Zeflorians, and defense strategies that included all parties. What had begun as a tense gathering evolved into a solid foundation for intergalactic relations. Ultimately, the galaxy gained a new perspective on humans, acknowledging them as multifaceted beings full of potential. This critical moment marked the dawn of a more collaborative era in which trust would be forged amidst shared challenges and triumphs. As the summit concluded and delegates began to depart, quiet reflections filled the chamber. Ambassador Wells stood with a few of his fellow humans, contemplating the weight of their new identity as apex predators in a galaxy brimming with diverse life forms. "We have shown that we can protect and cooperate," he mused, looking out at the stars. "But what does it mean to be powerful in such a vast universe?" Nearby, a Zeflorian representative floated gently, their tendrils shimmering as they considered his words. "Power can be daunting," they replied softly. "In our culture, it is not merely about strength but wisdom and understanding. You may possess great abilities, but it is your choices that define you." The Zalari ambassador joined the conversation, nodding thoughtfully. "Indeed, this newfound partnership requires all of us to embrace our strengths while respecting one another's vulnerabilities. We are not just individuals or species, we are part of something greater." Meanwhile, a Grenthan elder observed from a distance, reflecting on his earlier fears. Perhaps humanity's instincts could be harnessed for collective good rather than domination. As hope began to spark within him, he realized that alliances could form where there was once only distrust. With future adventures beckoning and alliances forming across species lines, each delegate understood that this was only the beginning. In this galaxy filled with possibilities, the journey ahead would be defined by their shared choices, an unfolding narrative where unity could thrive among even the most complex beings.